Hello guys, I would like to welcome you all to our next episode on our CSS3 tutorial for beginners. So guys, basically in this tutorial we'll be building this web page, or if I'll say this landing page. So basically I took inspiration from a certain website, but at the end of, or the tail end of this tutorial, I'll show you guys where I actually took the inspiration from. Actually, I'm just gonna replicate the landing page of a certain website, and that's codelink.com. So basically we'll be coding all this from scratch on our own, just to test our skills so far. I have about 6 tutorials on CSS on my channel. It's a playlist. So if this is your first time watching this tutorial and you have no prior knowledge on CSS3, then I'll humbly advise you check out those episodes before you come here or you watch this particular tutorial. So guys, basically this is what we're gonna be building. So we're learning how to build this navigation menu or navigation bar and all these. So without much ado, let's start. So I think we just create a file, and I believe you guys by now you know how to create a file. Let's just say index.html. Then let's create our CSS file also. So just say index, or we can say, let's just say style1.css. So I'm just going to split this. Good. So guys, so let's just have our boilerplate of HTML code. So we can just say web page. Let's just say the title should be web page, and let's link this to our CSS file. Let's link our HTML page to our CSS file. So just say the name of is style1.css. I think that's that. So basically I'm just linking our external style sheet to our HTML page. So let me open that with live server. Okay, so this is our web page. You can see the title, web page. Okay, now let's test to see if the external style sheet is actually linked. So let's just change the background color to see. From white, let's just change it to something like red to see if actually it's working. Okay, it has been connected. So I think we can now delete that and save it. Then in real time you can see that it's gone. Okay, so I think let's start. First of all, I'll put everything in a container. That's how I do my stuffs. So just say div class of a container. Then first of all, let's insert this logo. Let's insert this particular logo. So it's an image I have in my directory. So just say image, then the source is, we have logo dot, the name is logo.png. Let's just give it a class of logo. So let's save that and see. Wow, it's so big. Guys, don't worry, we'll style that. We'll just make it look like this. So let's come to our CSS. We gave it a class of logo, so we just say dot logo. Then let's float that to the right side. Let's float it to the right. Let's float it to the left side. We want it to be at the beginning of our page. So let's give it a width of something like 10%. Let's just say 10%. Let's see, but let's take a look at what is happening. Okay, so we can see that the size of our logo has been decreased. I think this is okay. This size is okay. So now I think let me just, it's at the top, so let's just shift it to the bottom small. Let's just say margin so let's just say margin. So top and bottom, we just give it -5 pixels. then we'll give it left and right. Let's just say 30 pixels. Let's save and see. Okay, so you can still push it. Okay, let's change that to positive and see. Let's change this to positive 5 and see. That's how CSS, you just have to be playing along with it. Yeah, so I think we can even still change it further to something like maybe 7 pixels and see. That's top and bottom 7 pixels. Yeah, or let's just make it 10 pixels and see. Yeah, I think this okay, this okay guys. So let's now start to build our navigation menu. I think our logo is now okay, so we just say nav, then we have our unordered list, then we have our list items, then let's have our anchor tags. So this is going nowhere. Then here is, so basically we're just gonna take this. We have post a job for free, remote or coding, then we have pricing, talent pool, and all those stuffs. So let's just put that. So let's just say post a job, but that's what I said, post a job for free. Okay, yeah, I think let's copy that a couple of times. Yeah, post a job for free, then we have remove the Kotlin pricing, remote is remote dot Kotlin, then we have pricing, then we have pool something like that. Let's see, pricing, talent pool, then job board. Yeah, so it's talent pool, then we have job board. I think we need to even still have one more. Yeah, and this login, so we just say login. Okay, so let's save this and see what's happening. Okay, so we can see our navigation menu here. Okay, so now let's start styling it. This is what we want to achieve at the end of the day, so we have to now style it so that it will look the same. So come here, let's select our nav, then we'll float our nav to the right side and see what happens if after we float it to the right. Yeah, we can see that the navigation or the linked items have now shifted here. So that's what we want, because at the end of the day it needs to stretch this way, so we need to shift it to the left and now see how we do. So to the right side rather. So we floated it to the right. Now let's have nav, let's select our unordered list, then let's give them a margin of let's just say margin 0, and padding, let's say padding 0. Then let's save and see what happens. Yeah, so that it's the margin 0 and the padding 0. Just we don't want any spacing, so we are just kind of shifting them to the top a bit. So let's remove these bullets because it wouldn't make sense. So to remove the bullet, just say let's start, then you say none. So when we save, see what happens. We can see the bullets are gone. Okay, so now let's select our list item themselves. So say nav li nav ul li. Okay, so let's display inline block to see what happens. Inline block, let's save. Now we can see that they kind of now they are in line. Okay, yeah, and I explained this display inline block in my previous tutorial, so I believe you guys You know what it means. Yeah, it's just a kind of equivalent to the word inline, but it has some spacing. So now I think we can have a margin. Let's have a margin of 2 pixels from what, top and bottom, then 30 pixels from left and right. Let's save this and see what happens. You can see that it has there's some spacing which is reasonable. Okay, so now, yeah, I think that's, so let's kind of shift it to the downside a bit. So let's just say margin bottom something like 30 pixels. Let's see if that will work. Let's save and see. Okay, so I think since we are pushing it down, let's use margin top and see. Okay, so it has been shifted down. So yeah, I think, yeah, this okay. We can shift the logo to the downside a bit. Yeah, so with the top and bottom, you can make it maybe 15. Change this to 15. Yeah, so that will also come down a bit. Let's try 27 and see what happens. Yeah, I think this okay. Yeah, this okay guys. So now let's remove these underlines. I don't think we need them. We have to remove these underlines. So just say nav, then the aqua tags. To remove the underline, just say text decoration. You say text decoration, then you say 9. Okay, now when we save, you see that our underlines are gone. Okay, then now let's change the color. It's RGB. With the red, let's just a bit small, let's just say 24. Then let's give it 144, then 255. Yeah, okay, so let's save and see. Okay, yeah, I think it's just something like this. Yeah, and that's what we want. Yeah, I think this okay. I think we can just change, let's change the font size a bit. Let's change the font size a bit, so we can have a font size of, let's test 20 pixels to see if it will be okay. So let's save and see. 20 pixels will be okay. Kind of too big. Then let's take something like 15 pixels. Let's save that and see. That's our CSS. You just have to be trying out the one that will best fit. Yeah, I think this is okay. So guys, so basically we can see that there's a button. It was just a normal link, but it's changed to a button. So let's do that. So basically we change this link to what, a button. Yeah, so let's give that, and that's the post a job for free. So just give that a class. So let's just say we give a class of let's just say post. Yeah, let's just say post. Then we'll come and what, style it here. So we just say dot post. So let's just say dot post. Okay, then let's give it a background color. RGB. Yeah, so give it, let's say, yeah, 24 again, 144, then 252. Let's just say 252. Yeah, background color RGB 24, then 144, then 252 252. Yeah, I think this is okay. Let's save that and see. Okay, so you can see that the background color has changed. Okay, so let's change the color inside, the text color, to white so that we can actually see it. So change it to white. Okay, then let's give it a pattern of, let's save that before and see what happens. Yeah, so it's now visible. The text color is now, the text is now visible. So we can give it, let's just give it a pattern of top and bottom 7 pixels, then 25 pixels for left and right. Let's save that and see. Okay, yeah, so you can see some spacing. So let's just give it a border radius of 5 pixels, just to give it some rounded corners. Okay, all right, so yeah, basically that is that. We can still even reduce this. It seems it's a bit big, kind of big, so we can maybe make it sound to like maybe 5 pixels. Let's save and see what happens. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. So right now I think we are now done with our navigation bar. Let's now what, focus on this. So we have our image and all those kind of stuffs. Then we have our headings, our paragraph, and yeah. So let's insert our image here. So let's just say image. Then the image is just code.png. That's the name of the image. That's how I save the image. Then let's give it a class of code, something of that sort. Yeah, now let's save and see what happens. Wow, this is the image. Don't worry, we'll style it. So just have dot code, but let's float it to the right side before. Let's float it to the right side. Okay, then can give it a width of, let's just say 700 pixels. Let's save that and see. Okay, yeah, let's give it a margin top of 30 pixels also. Let's just say margin top of 30 pixels. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. So now let's start with our H1. So bit by bit we are just solving the problem like that. So we just say H1 and it's higher higher scaled African developer or something of that sort. Yeah, higher scaled African programmers what faster. Higher skilled African programmers what faster. So you guys can now get an idea about what the web page is about. So we're linking what programmers. So yeah, higher skilled African programmers fast. Okay, yeah. So let's give it a line break here. Let's save that. Let's see. Okay, so let's just style it. Let's style it. So it's in the container. Let's just say that container and it's H1. So let's just give it a pattern top. Let's push it to the down. Let's just say pattern top of, let's say 280 pixels. 280 pixels. Let's save. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we can see that's now shifted to the downside. Yeah, so small. So let's give it a font size of maybe something like let's give it a font size. I think the size is too small, so let's give it a font size of, let's just say 50 pixels. Let's save and see what happens. Yeah, I think this is okay. So we can now let's shift it small. It's too close to the left side, so just say margin left of, let's just give it 40 pixels. Wow. So let's just say margin left, sorry, so font size 40 pixels, margin left, so let's give it a margin left of 40 pixels. Let's save and see. I think it's kind of too small. Let's change it to 50 pixels. The font, change it to 50 pixels. Then let's save and see. I think now it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So we can now, let's give it a color of the text color. Let's give it color of RGB. So give it a color of RGB. Let's give here 0. We don't need any red color. Then a bit of green, something like 1, 2, 3. Then we'll give it blue, 255. Blue is 255. I think this is okay. Let's save and see what happens. I think that's what we want. So I think the font family, let's just give it Times New Roman. Font family Times New Roman. Okay, I explained all this in the previous episode. So basically we are just changing the font family or the font style of it. So let's just make it a bit bold. So font width, just say bold. Let's save. I think this okay. So now we need our paragraph. You can see there's a paragraph here. Your ideal developer is just a click away. Okay. I think before we even end this session, we need to push this navigation to the top side a bit because it's kind of coming down. We'll push it, or let's just fix it now. So nav navigation list, margin top, let's change that to 25 and see. Let's save and see. Okay, let's change, let's say 20. 20. Let's make it something like maybe 18. 18. So let's save and see. Okay, let's make it 15. Let's make it 15. So let's make it 15. That's the reality of CSS. You need to just try out to see the one that will best fit for you. Okay, so shouldn't waste much time here. So I think this is okay. We can push the logo to a bit. Because we've pushed the other navigation, let's push the logo too. So let's just say with the logo, top and bottom, maybe let's say 15 and see. I'll make that 12. So let's save this. Or let's make it 10. Let's save that and see. This okay. This is okay, guys. So basically it depends. You can decide to even push it to get here, push this to get there. We can actually do that. We can just, so you just do what you like, or that will suit you. So now let's work on our paragraph. Okay, so our paragraph is that your ideal the developer is just a click away. Let's save that and see. Okay, we can see it here, but no worries, we'll style that. So we'll select that P. Let's give it a font size of 30 pixels. Then let's give it a margin left of something maybe 40 pixels. Let's save that and see. Yeah, I think this is okay. So the color, let's just give it this, but let's change this to 2252. Let's save that and see. Yeah, I think this is okay, just something like this. Yeah, so I think this is okay. So we can now work with our button. So we have 3 buttons here: higher def, get hired, and demo. So let's now work on our buttons. So yeah, so let's set some 3 buttons. So set button, then we'll give them a class of, let's say button class of button 1. This one is higher dev or a developer, whatever. So let's just copy that and paste that a couple of times. Yeah, so there are 3 buttons. So just this one is get hired. So if you're looking for employment, that's the button you click on. Then we have what, demo. Let's save that view and see what happens. So you can see our buttons here looking ugly, but no worries, we'll style that. So let's give some general styling to all our buttons. So let's give them a padding of top and bottom 12 pixels, then left and right 25 pixels. Then we give them a margin of something like 0 for top and bottom, then 40 pixels for left and right. Then you just change it. Let's give the border radius just to give them some rounded corners. Let's save and see what's happening here. So yeah, so basically we can see our buttons here. Okay, yeah, so I think we can give them a weight of 10%. Then let's just say, let's give them a border of 1 pixels, solid. Let's take this color. Let's take this. Let's RGB. So let's just say 144 here. Then let's give it 24. I think this will be, the red will be too much, so let's give 24. Then 144. Then here we can give it something like maybe 255. Let's save that and see. Okay, yeah, something is happening here. Let's uncomment this and see. Let's comment that and see. Yeah, I think it's the weight. Okay, so let's just give that a cursor of pointer and save it. Yeah. Okay, now let's target the individual buttons. So we have dot button 1. So give that a background color of this. Let's save that and see. So yeah, I think I've not changed the names here. Yeah, this is button 1, so just give it button 2, then yes, button 3, and we'll save that. Let's go back and check. Yeah, it's only this that the color is associated to. So let's now come here, then give them a what? Yeah, let's give the text color should be something like white, something like that. Then a margin right of 5 pixels. Let's save and see. Okay, yeah, so let's target the second button. That's button 2. Okay, so I think with the second button, guys, let's just copy this and change this to button 2, and that one has no background color, so we just say background none. No, we just say background none. Then we'll give it a color of, we'll give it this color RGB, the border color, so it's going to be 0 1 2. Let's give it something like 144. Okay, let's give 1 2 3, just this particular color. So let's 252. Yeah, then let's take off this margin. So let's have a margin of top and button 0, then left and right 2 pixels. Let's save that. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so that is that. Now let's copy this. That will be button 3. So that one you have a background now in the same color. The margin, let's just make it 3 and see. Yeah, so basically, guys, that is that. So yeah, I think we have our landing page here for us. So guys, I think what I've advised is, so with this you can just keep on pushing to see the way you want it. Yeah, it all depends upon you the developer. You can decide how you want it to be, or yeah. So guys, basically this is just the landing page we've kind of replicated. So yeah, these are CSS codes. We have our HTML codes here too. So yeah, guys, that's it. So if you don't understand, you can just post a comment in the comment box, so I will check it out and answer your question for you. If you don't understand anything, just let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, please like it, and if you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.